It's a mystery. It's a mystery that's unexplained. Why my YouTube account remains frozen. I mean frozen at 777 subscribers. Coincidence? I think not. Oh sure, I might just be another paranoid little YouTube monkey sitting here hoping that one day I will have an audience and people will actually appreciate my rantings for who I am. Who the fuck am I anyway? No, I'll come up with it in a minute. I haven't decided today. Despite the gathering gloom, I have decided to stay happy. And I think what we're heading for is a division, the good and empathetic people versus the narcissistic, self-serving scum. And so the scum have the upper hand at the moment, but perhaps in the future empathy can possibly win the day. Wouldn't that be nice? We could have some sanity and try and repair some of the damage we've done to the planet, and we could easily solve our problems if we stopped having babies. But I'm not going to go there because that's going to make me piss off some people. Well, you know what? I don't care. Yeah, anti-natalist. I don't think anybody should be having children. I don't think anybody should be having children right now. At some point we have to think and realize that promulgating the species also means overpopulating the planet and creating that much more waste. The earth is becoming just like, I guess, a giant termite mound or something. And there are good people trying to stop it. Some people really work hard at trying to bring justice, and we can only touch our little corner of the universe and only speak with the voice that we're given. But I still think there's more of us than there are of them. And I really am so tired of even talking about politics anymore, because I can't walk anywhere without seeing that face. It's everywhere, man. How many times a day do you see that stuffed hamster-headed image on your television, on your phones, and when you go to stand in line in the supermarket and see that there it is again, there it is. And it's being demonically imprinted into all of your brains if you're not careful. But there are some, and I'm so glad that I've had the opportunity to partake in a couple of live chats with some people. Thanks, Chris, and thanks everybody. It's a community. And you see, maybe you know, the good does draw to it the good, and in spite of being held back at every turn. And if you speak out, it's going to get harder and harder, because you will be persecuted eventually, the way we are headed. And Hillary Clinton actually said that we're facing fascism. Now, if Hillary says it, then you know it's gone beyond where you think it's gone to. Does anybody know how many people are in those concentration camps down along the Mexican border? Does anybody know what happened to those children? No, it's not really something you bring up in polite company, your suspicions. So maybe I'm just being crazy. Maybe it's not all, secretive, and maybe it'll become more obvious as time goes forward. It seems like we can't live these days without conflict of some sort. Inner conflict. Conflict for me is being part of materialistic Western world, and that we're all, I mean, when you think about it, our lifestyle is, immodest though it may be, like compared to third world countries, we've all won the lottery by living in the West. And with that, I feel that there is an inherent sense of responsibility for wealthy nations to do good in the world instead of just spending the entire budget on more advanced ways to kill one another. Have you ever gazed into a puddle of water? I mean, really looked at a small puddle? Because in it, you can see vastness of creation, entire worlds, entire universes within that puddle. All of us have forgotten how to be mindful of the things that are still tremendously beautiful. And the more we get caught up in the acquisition of things and the pressures of day-to-day life, none of us realize that most of us bring a lot of this stuff on to ourselves. A lot of it is social conditioning, of course, the zeitgeist of what is normal, what is good for society. And of course, what is good for society definitely varies from each one of us. We're so flawed. I mean, we're all so flawed. We try to be decent to one another. And it's so easily, people get so easily misunderstood, mixed up, confused. I hate conflict. I've always avoided conflict. Not when it, I mean, I will stand up for myself, don't get me wrong there, but unnecessary conflict. You know, I see these guys that are, and if you drive around and you see them and they're just like, I was driving down the street a little while ago, and it's this long one-way street across town. It's got these little intersections all the way along it. Some have lights, some just have a stop sign. And a guy wasn't paying attention, and one of the guys going straight, so almost crashed into him. Nothing happened except the guy got out of the car with his fist and ran over to the other guy and starts punching the window. Oh, the other guy got the fuck out of there like a sensible human being, and this guy was just like, I'm going, man, you just missed being in an accident. What about this pisses you off? You see, it's just this inner rage that you can feel rising through a society that there's something wrong. There's something drastically wrong.